This is Adam Dowd, and in June of 2011 he contracted a disease.
I got malaria last June when I went to Sierra Leone, which is in West Africa, on a missions where we were providing some basic, needs, medical supplies, that sort of thing, to an orphanage that my wife has been involved with, and we're trying to adopt our daughter from. Her name's Alice. It took about a week's time frame for the malaria to actually set in. And once I got set in, I started getting really, really sick, and my wife, who's treated malaria before, was able to recognize it right away and took me to the hospital almost immediately.
Adam's wife Elle had noticed the same symptoms developing in her husband as she did in Alice, who previously had malaria.
My wife recognized the symptoms of malaria, getting really sick at night, getting the chills, getting a high fever, that sort of thing. It being a cyclical sort of thing, so getting worse at night, and then again better in the day after the night has gone by. And she said, "Oh, you have to have malaria. I know you have malaria." Well, when my fever got really high, they took us to Barstow Hospital, and because it was only 2 blocks away, it seemed like the right thing to do. But the problem is they don't have the equipment necessary to test for malaria, or they don't really have doctors who have ever really seen malaria. Because we couldn't get the necessary help we needed at Barstow, we went to Fort Irwin hoping that they would have the testing facilities, because they deploy soldiers to places that have malaria, so we were hoping that they would have it. They also didn't have it, and also didn't want to give me any of the drugs I needed, the treatment, because they weren't sure, and they basically just said, "You're going to have to wait till Barstow's results come back that you are positive of having malaria."
Adam's symptoms grew much worse. He had to be airlifted to the Balboa Navy Hospital, and after 2 weeks and a lot of medication for pain, he was able to leave. Thankfully for the Dowds, they were prepared for this crisis, with one of the most simplest defenses: awareness. Malaria is very serious. It claimed approximately 655,000 lives in 2010. Arm yourself with a simple defense. Become aware. Stop malaria.